¡La forastera!
Okay, so right there, he just said La Forastera. Again, this is separate ways. Again, referencing Eder. So it's the same thing as forastero, but again, as mentioned, Spanish has every word, like most of the words in Spanish have a male and female, right, versions. So that's just the same thing, outsider, but for Eder. So this would be a line obviously used in the game when you're sneaking around in separate ways, and then all of a sudden a ganado will just see you and be like, La forastera, you know, like there he is, so, or there she is. Again, Spanish, you have to, it's all male and female. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at the leaked audio files for separate ways. We're going to be translating, aka dissecting, all of the Spanish that's spoken from the ganados in this video. Now, I should also mention that this video is kind of like a teaser of a bigger video that I'm actually working on that should be releasing next week, where I translate all of the Spanish that's spoken from the ganados, and as well as the cutscenes from the village section of Resident Evil 4. So as mentioned, that should be coming out next week. But in any case, that's enough talk. Let's get started with the video. Oh, so right there, he just said Vaporella. So that's actually a separate ways voice line. To be honest, that's actually super funny to hear, but that's a voice line from separate ways because he's saying right there Vaporella, specifically referencing a girl, right? A woman. So yeah, that's really funny that we're hearing a voice line from separate ways, which hasn't released as of making this video, but again, kind of a teaser, right? Okay, so right there, that's interesting. We actually just got another separate ways line that actually, what they're saying is, stop, you son of a, you SOB. But again, it wouldn't be son of a because it would be, again, Spanish, there is a difference between male and female. So it's actually saying daughter. So you daughter of a, you guys know what follows. But yeah, that's funny. Which, to be honest, I think was mentioned in, yeah, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was in the OG RE4. But in the OG RE4, there was a mistake. Yeah, they actually would not say hija, the swear word. They would actually say hijo. So that actually made no sense. Because again, it almost seems like with separate ways, since it did come out later, and this was before DLC, so you couldn't download it to your PS2 disc, right? Now you just had to, they actually just used the same voice lines that the ganados used on Eder, and that was completely incorrect because again, Spanish, there's a huge distinction between male and female. So yeah, it was really trippy when you played OG separate ways in the OG Resident Evil 4 because they would actually play the sounds, they would actually play the male version of the insults for for Eder, which was, yeah, really trippy. But anyways, let's continue. So this is interesting. Again, I've never heard this line, but he's basically saying to Ashley, I have to carry her. So I guess this is probably a voice line that he says while he's carrying her. And he's like, I have to carry her, you know? But that's cool. I've never heard this line. We have to find her. So this is interesting. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, he's basically saying, I wonder if the previous line that we just said before, where he's saying I have to carry her, is that Ashley or is that Eder? Yeah, so right there, the ganado said encontrarla. So we have to find her or find her. So this might be sneaking sections for separate ways. This is actually super hype, actually. I'm super excited about this, but this is separate ways dialogue right here, which is super cool.
La forastera!
Okay, so right there, he just said La forastera. Again, this is separate ways. Again, referencing Eder. So it's the same thing as forastero, but again, as mentioned, Spanish has every word, like most of the words in Spanish have a male and female, right, versions. So that's just the same thing, outsider, but for Eder. So this would be a line obviously used in the game when you're sneaking around in separate ways, and then all of a sudden a ganado will just see you and be like, La forastera, you know, like there he is, so, or there she is. Again, Spanish, you have to, it's all male and female, so yeah.
No la vemos.
Okay, so right there, he just said, no la vemos. So again, this is referencing separate ways. Again, he's basically saying, we can't see her. We don't see her. I guess that'd be the better translation. Now, right there, I'm hearing historia extranjera, which would translate to a history foreigner. But like, I'm a little confused there because I don't think that doesn't sound right, obviously. So I don't know what he's saying there. Let's go back a little. Yeah, so if you guys speak Spanish, let me know you guys hear. I'm hearing something that makes absolutely no sense. I'm hearing historia extranjera. Of course, extranjera, I will translate that. I am hearing that. So that basically means foreigner. I don't know what the first word is. So if you guys are a native Spanish speaker from Spain, because again, you know, I like just like with my case, I speak English, but obviously that's more like Canadian English. But we have so many countries, right? We have UK, we have Australia, New Zealand, right? There's so many countries that speak English and have their own way of saying something. And that's the same case for Spanish from Spain, right?
Escoria extranjera. Maldita cerda!
Okay, so right there, he just said maldita cerda. So this is obviously when the ganado speak specifically to Eder. Because again, cerda is the female version of a pig. So cerdo for males, cerda is the female. So yeah, really cool that we're getting so much separate ways content. Not gonna lie, this is pretty hype. This is pretty hype. Anyways, let's continue.
Eso duele. Puta cabrona.
Okay, so right there, he just said eso duele. So we've covered that before. That's basically them saying, wow, that hurt. But then maldita cabrona, I think that's what he said. Yeah, you effing SOB, right? Before it was maldito cabron, but this is maldita cabrona. So this is the female version of you son of, you daughter of a B. You guys know what I'm saying, but again, Spanish has a female version of SOB, right? So yeah, you effing SOB. Or I guess again, you could translate that as just you effing effer, but again, it's just a female version. So they are speaking about Eder in this, which is really cool. Let's hear that again.
Eso duele. Puta cabrona.
Yeah, puta cabrona. Yeah, so you effing effer, I guess you could. But again, this is the female version, so we know for a fact that this is Eder. Really cool stuff. Let's continue. We have to get her. So again, this is the same thing, the same voice lines for Leon. When the ganados are looking for Leon, like they're looking for him. Obviously, this is a sneaking section. They're doing the same thing for Eder. So we know for a fact that Eda is going to get sneaky missions. Of course, that was a given, but really cool to see. Yeah, we have to find her, is what they're saying. And I know for a fact that this is a sneaking section because again, we've actually translated this live on the channel when the ganados are just doing their work and they're looking for Leon. They'll say that. Yeah, we have to find her. So that's what they're saying right here. Really cool.
Cogedla.
Okay, so right there was cogedla. That, again, we know that that's obviously talking about Eder because he's specifically saying the same thing. The male version is cogedlo, but the female version is cogedla. So, again, that is obviously referring, and that just basically means grab her.
Una forastera.
Okay, so right there, una forastera. So again, this is the female version of un forastero. This is una forastera. Yeah, this is the same, but for Eder. So yeah, an outsider, a stranger. Yeah, so a foreigner. Yeah.
Debemos llevársela.
Okay, so right there, debemos llevársela. We have to bring her. We have to bring her to, I'm assuming, Lord Sadler, is what he's saying. But yeah, we have to bring her.
Puta intrusa.
Okay, so right there, he just said effing intruder. But again, this is the female version, so we do know for a fact that this is referring to Eder. And this is not referring to Ashley, because obviously Ashley, they never talk to her directly. If they do, they'll say group. They'll say like they'll refer to Leon and Ashley, but not just Ashley. So yeah, for the village section, this is referring to Eder.
La tengo matadla.
Okay, so right there, la tengo matadla. It's the same thing that we've translated before with Leon, which is I have her, kill her. But of course, for Leon is lo tengo matadlo. So again, just male and female version, but that is for Eder. Okay, so right there, what he just said was we have to catch her. So again, this is referring to Eder. So right there, what he just said was hold her. Sujetarla.
Agarradla. Puta
Yeah, right there he just said agarradla. Again, that's the female version of grab her or catch her.
intrusa. Te vamos a cazarla.
Okay, so right there he just said hunt her. So again, we've had hunt him, but now this is just a female version. So of course, referring specifically to Eder and not Ashley, because you know what? I was just thinking about this as I was hearing lines, because there's so much lines, like there's a lot. But what I was just thinking is that, yeah, Ashley is never by herself unless it's just in the castle section, but in the village section, and obviously there's no enemies that talk to Ashley, like just by herself. It's just in the castle section when she has to go, she has to run away from the armaduras, right? So yeah, this is definitely Eder.
Acabad con ella. No me.
So right there, you just said acabad con ella, finish her. So finish her off.
¡Acabad con ella!
Click this video if you guys want to see me dissecting the Spanish for all of the village section of Resident Evil 4 Remake. So thank you so much for watching.